Jeremiah 1:5. How I discovered my calling from one Bible verse, SW. I always thought calling was something loud. You know thunder from heaven, a burning bush, a voice echoing your name with clear instructions. I thought it would be dramatic, obvious. Instead, mine came through silence, through confusion, and living in a city that didn't feel like home. The weight of disappointment crushed me. I opened my Bible not out of faith, but out of frustration, and flipped to a bookmarked page from years earlier. Every day felt like walking through fog. My prayers were short and bitter. God, what do you want from me? Through a season of feeling lost. I was 25, newly graduated with a degree I didn't love, working a job I didn't choose. No answer, at least not the kind I was looking for. One night, after another failed job interview, I sat on my apartment floor, surrounded by takeout boxes and unopened mail. What if God had set me apart before I ever picked up a resume or failed an interview? I walked in without a plan and saw a flyer asking for volunteers to tutor kids after school. Jeremiah 1. I scanned the verses until my eyes stopped at verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. I read it again, slower, for him. Sometimes it comes through obedience in the quiet, through showing up. Today, I teach 6th grade English in a public school where most of my students feel overlooked. But I tell them every day, you matter, you're seen. You were made on purpose, for a purpose, through listening, through serving for the others. And something happened, and he set you apart. Something stirred. God was speaking to Jeremiah, but for the first time, I wondered if he could be speaking to me too. Not because it was glamorous, but because I was doing something that felt like purpose. What if I wasn't a mistake? What if my wandering wasn't wasted? I helped him with vocabulary, but we ended up talking about courage and what it means to be strong without fighting. The next day, I took a walk to clear my head and found myself outside a community center. I signed up. Why not? The first day, I met Jordan, a shy 10-year-old who hated reading but loved superheroes. Week after week, I showed up. Not because I was being paid. That's when it clicked. I eventually went back to school for education because I believe it. Jeremiah 1:5 isn't just a verse about prophets. It's about identity. So, if you're waiting for your calling, don't just listen for thunder. Pay attention to the whisper. Sometimes your purpose shows up in the very place you wanted to run from. Share and comment this if you believe God still writes the best stories.